What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the brother Aram for the donation to the channel via the PayPal. Much respect to him for showing love. Once again, to Too Raw for TV. So today is the day, in a few hours, I guess. I think it may be starting now. But today is the day of the solar eclipse. I think this will be the last one in North America for quite some time. And I think that depending upon where you live, just how much of the sun will be obscured by the moon will vary. For most of us, this will be a partial eclipse. But I think if you live, I think it's a stretch from Texas all the way to, I think, in a northeast curve through the Midwest into the Keystone areas like Pennsylvania into the Northeast. I think it's that zone. I want to say Texas, maybe Missouri, maybe Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, into the Northeast. It's a zone where it's going to be totally obscured at some point. The sun will be totally obscured, as you see right here. Where I live at, I think it's going to be about 83, 85%. So most of the sun will be obscured, not all of it. Some other areas, 70%, 60%, whatever. The fact is, anywhere in America, you're going to see some blockage of the sun, but not total. Of course, this is a day where it happens, a relatively rare phenomenon. The last time we had one I remember was August 21st, 2017, the one that was visible for us at least. I think that one was pretty much around the same time period during the day. And of course, what happens is the moon aligns up perfectly on these particular days. The Earth, the moon, and the sun are in an alignment, in a perfect alignment where they're all lined up. And what happens is at this particular point, the moon is in a position where it, from our viewpoint, obscures our view of the sun. It doesn't happen very often, but, it happens. I would say maybe every 7 to 15 years, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, we're not supposed to look directly at it unless you have some sort of NASA approved or some sort of pre-approved solar eclipse glasses. If you don't have those, then, you're not supposed to look at it. If you look at it, it can cause some temporary and at times permanent eye damage, especially to your retina. So you're not supposed to look directly at it, although I know that kids do. And I think, sometimes, I don't want to say that it's overstated because it definitely can cause eye damage, but I think most kids tend to look at it, and they shouldn't do that. The biggest problem now that I think that a lot of us are having right now, aside from that, is that especially in the area of totality, it's going to get dark. And I forgot how long it's going to last, but it's going to be several minutes, I think. I forgot how long, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I don't know. But it's going to be totally dark. And what some people are concerned about is, look, during the times when it gets dark in the evenings, right, the city, it's time for lights to come on. During this time of the day, it's usually bright. So I don't know if they're going to have a mechanism set in place where it's going to have lights come on, like as far as highways or roads, or people are going to be in darkness in some parts of this country where they normally aren't. And there may not be that usual illumination that we have to deal with, that we can rely on, excuse me. So there's that part. Then you got people who are going to be bunched up looking at this event in darkness. So I think one of the reasons why you may have heard the National Guard being put out there is for safety reasons. You know what I'm saying? These people can be in a situation where they can get mugged. They can get accosted. Things can happen. You know what I'm saying? Look, we got some weird people out there. Okay? And, you know, when you look at some of the areas where there's going to be total darkness, let's just say some of these areas have been in the news recently for people coming into this country. I'm not disparaging anybody, but you know what I'm saying? I don't remember them calling for the National Guard back in 2017 or any other prior solar eclipse. So that's telling you something. That's telling you something that they're concerned about. See, they're concerned because, see, they're going to be well-to-do people with lots of money looking at this thing. So they get the National Guard. But people like me and you, we got to open our minds and let them in and shut up and vote Democrat. You know what? I don't want this video to devolve into that. I don't want it to devolve into that. Mike, stop. But that's my theory about this whole National Guard thing. Because I've never heard it before. Never. But anyway, if you haven't heard about it, we're having a solar eclipse. So no, the world isn't coming to an end. What happened to the sun? Oh, Lord! This is supposed to happen. Okay? We've talked about it for months. So just putting this out there.